Hello everyone and welcome back to Charwell, the Farming Agency Edition. Now we are picking up exactly where we left off, and that's because, as I mentioned, this is a bonus episode because there was just way too much to get done. So I'm launching straight into this, as you may have already noticed. We're just going to get everything tedded. Now from what I watched online, we should be able to just ted, and then ted again, and then ted again. That would be ideal, because then there's no leaving it out to dry or any of that nonsense. So we can get it all done nice and quickly. But we will have to see if that actually works. I really hope it does. Because it's due to rain tonight. So I do not want to lose all of this alfalfa. That would be a nightmare. Having said that, if it doesn't look like it's going to turn, we can still bale it into silage. We still have that option. But yeah, when I watched Scroft Gaming doing his videos, he just goes over this once, then he goes over it again, and everything is all good. So I don't know, we're going to have to see. What we can do is go over it once now, and then go and maybe spray the grass field. Yeah, we can spray the grass field and come back and do this again. And pass a bit of time in between just to see if that helps at all. But I noticed on his, the textures were actually changing. When he went over the same section a second time, the texture was changing. Now that's not happening for mine. So that's why I'm a little worried. Because every time we ted it, it should be taking moisture out. However, I wonder if maybe it's because I have to ted it in the opposite direction. Might seem random, but you know, I don't know. I am just testing this out and seeing how it works. This is obviously a drier stage. That's quite obvious. This is definitely drier. How much drier is the question, I suppose. But I think we made the right decision, actually, with this tedder. This tedder is getting the job done nice and quickly, giving us time to move on to other things, like I said, getting that grass field sprayed. It's getting the grass field sprayed is not one of those urgent topics, but we've got time to kill, so why not get it done? And this episode, one, because it's a bonus, two, because yesterday's episode was so long, this episode is going to be a little bit shorter, but that's because it's kind of like a mini episode. It's not replacing any of next week's episodes, for example. There will still be 2 episodes next week. Just that I didn't want to really leave this alfalfa hay until next week. One, because I don't really want to leave it on a cliffhanger. Two, because actually I really wanted to do it. I was really keen to get this done. Okay. So let's turn him off and fold him up. We can just leave him parked up. I will go and get the JCB attached, and then, yeah, we can see, we can get the grass field sprayed, and we can come back and see if tedding this a second time makes any difference. Okay, so we have got the monster sprayer. Let's get this bad boy unfolded. This guy is going to make short work of this, so I think I'm going to put it onto times 15 while we do this work. Ooh. This is actually where the four-wheeled steer is really, really useful. So, switch him on, off we go. That appears to be doing nothing. Why is that doing nothing? Put grass on. Where are we? Field 79. It is doing nothing. Okay. That's because it's ready to harvest again. This grass is always ready to harvest. We never get a chance to do anything. Okay. In that case, then, I'm going to get over to the shop. I'm going to get the wheels changed to narrow tyres. And we will go and spray the cornfield instead. At the shop then, so we're going to go and get the tractor reconfigured. But we've still got this cart down here, which we just haven't had any use for yet. Right. Let's get in here. I'm really hoping we can reconfigure this guy to have narrow tyres. We can, look at that. Interesting that we get a condition, but we're not buying it, so it doesn't make a difference. But it says used because we have been using it. That's quite cool. Right, so that'll cost us nothing. And the tractor, of course, now looks ridiculous in its tiny, skinny little tyres. So, I know this is going to seem a little bit weird and a bit indecisive, but I'm going to take this guy over to the cornfield, but I'm not going to start spreading yet, spraying. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the alfalfa field. I'm going to see if I can TED it already. We've got beacons on. We do not. We should have them on. That's very naughty of us. Right. Over to the cornfield. Come on. Full power here, buddy. This is quite a heavy train weight. 19.4 tons. This sprayer is, to be honest, a bit of a beast. I think it must be built of reinforced steel 5 inches thick or something. It's crazy how heavy it ended up being. This is us. So I will park up here and let's go and see if we can do some tedding. Right, so last time we went up and down. I think this time we'll go across and we'll see if that helps. I'm really, really hoping that this all works. We did pass almost an hour in between the two drying turns. This does not appear to be having any effect whatsoever. Maybe it needs multiple turns. Or maybe it's because we haven't passed the hour. I don't know, really. All I know is I was really hoping this would work, and it doesn't appear to have. This is the exact same thing that happened with the grass, though, and I don't really understand why it's doing it. I don't know if there's something in my Maze Plus that is making it have this kind of effect, because I definitely have the forage extension installed. I am 99% sure I have forage extension installed. I should probably check that before I do any more complaining, shouldn't I? Right, well, let's just continue. I'll get a second row tedding done, and yeah, then I'll check, make sure I've got the right Maze Plus modules actually turned on. Okay, so I finished the tedding, and I did check. I have all of the correct modules installed, so I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if there is an issue or not. What I do know is that I'm making a right mess of trying to zoom out there. I'm going to have to put GPS mode on here. But first of all, we appear to have a bit of an issue, which is that I need to get myself past these enormous barriers they seem to have put in. What are they? Like giant boxes. Okay. Right. Oh no, we don't have GPS installed on this tractor. Okay. Well, let's get started. Wow, that feels a little bit quick. At least it won't take us long to get the field done. I will change the time a little, put up to times 15. The rain is coming though, we can see it. I'll show you when we get to the end of this row. I can check at what time the rain is actually due. I think it's soon though, which means if we don't get that stuff turned to hay very, very quickly, we are instead going to have to turn it into silage. Luckily we can still do that with it in its current state. But it's a shame, because I really didn't want to make silage out of it. So, let's have a quick check. The rain is due at 9 o'clock, which means it could start at 8, theoretically. So yeah, we need to hurry up with our jobs. I will get this field done. I'll come back to you when we're ready to go back and try some more tedding. Right, change of plans. The rain has started already, so we're actually going to have to go and get that stuff baled immediately. So let's get over there and get it windrowed. Okay, so we've got the windrower and I've got follow me set up. Well, no, I haven't. I haven't got follow me set up actually. I'm supposed to have follow me set up for this guy. Yeah. So we're going to get everything baled at the same time. That is the plan. So let's turn this on. Oh, switch on the engine first, that'll be useful, yeah. Turn that on, drop it down, off we go. So luckily this will still produce alfalfa silage. But I am very disappointed that tedding it did not work. More disappointed that the rain came at this time. I really thought the rain would wait a little bit, but apparently not. And I can see that the baler is actually struggling to keep up with us because of that nonsense with the 4 miles an hour. That's not cool. Well, I'm going to continue windrowing anyway, and he'll just have to catch up with us, I think. He does have more power, but it didn't seem to be a power issue before. It seemed to be more to do with the alfalfa being just a bit too, I don't know, a bit too sticky maybe? It couldn't cope with the windrows. Maybe because of the density, I'm really, really unsure, to be honest. But he is making alfalfa bales for me, so that's good. That is what I want him to be doing. And he's not that far behind, actually. He's fairly close. So, yeah, I'm going to whip round this field, get this all done. The Fent is going to bale while I obviously head around here and get everything sorted windrow wise. So see you in a couple of minutes. So despite the fact that this is an unbearably slow job, we have managed to get it all collected, and from looking at the size of the windrows, I don't think we've lost anything. So that's good. That was, to be honest, the last thing I wanted to do was to lose a load of alfalfa. Oh, look at that. We are slightly short of a full bale. Well, that's okay. So we're going to have to get all of this collected. I will fill the trailer with what space we've got, and then the remainder of it we'll have to pick up in the next actual episode. I'm going to give a shout out to Scruffed Gaming as well, to see if he can give me some advice about what's going on with the hay. But anyway, for now, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.